This is Worldwide Classic. I'm Southside Tre. Let's get straight to it. AJ Styles has said that next year will be his last year in professional wrestling. And that'll be a sad day for myself personally, because I think AJ Styles is one of the best to ever be in this sport. I know that AJ Styles has fans all around the world, but even with that, I still think that AJ Styles doesn't get the credit that he deserves. If you look at a lot of the things that wrestlers do in this day and age, it has AJ Styles' autograph all over it. His style is pretty much the blueprint for this new generation, and rightfully so, if you're trying to be the best, because AJ Styles has been with almost every wrestling promotion that has existed, and he's been the best wrestler in those companies, whether it was in an entirely different country like New Japan or being the face of TNA. His debut at the Royal Rumble was a classic, and anytime that you want to show highlights from that event, AJ Styles' debut is one of those moments that you have to show. I remember seeing a behind the scenes moment between AJ Styles and Vince McMahon. And I always crown Vince McMahon as the king of professional wrestling. And Vince McMahon straight up told AJ Styles that he wished that he had known about him sooner. And then Vince also finished that thought by saying that he would have made AJ Styles the face of the company. Now, AJ Styles being the best at all of these other wrestling promotions is a thing in itself. This is why this man is a legend. But then almost after 20 years of dominating every promotion, you finally get to the WWE and Vince McMahon himself is saying that he would have made AJ Styles the face of WWE. That's a hell of a high praise from the man himself, because Vince McMahon has single-handedly made all of the true superstars that we know in professional wrestling. Vince McMahon is a proven formula when it comes to giving you a wrestling superstar every generation, and he hadn't missed one since the 80s. So that's the highest praise you could get from the best promoter in the business. AJ Styles is so much of a legend that I just gave y'all a whole history lesson, and that ain't even the reason that we're here right now. I'm here to talk about AJ Styles announcing that next year will be his retirement. And with that in mind, I wish that AJ Styles would quit the WWE and run over to AEW. And as crazy as that might sound to some people, I think it's crazy if AJ Styles stays with the WWE. If we haven't all noticed by now, AJ Styles' booking has been terrible. The way that AJ Styles has been booked has been nothing but an embarrassment for a man that's pretty much one of the best wrestlers in that company. Even with 1 year away from his retirement, I still think AJ Styles is top 3 or 2 in professional wrestling. He pretty much has every tool that you need in this sport. The promos could have been a little bit stronger throughout his career. They got better in the WWE, but the things that he did inside of the ring made up for whatever he was lacking on the microphone. Again, the point is, I need AJ Styles to stop playing games, get the hell away from the WWE, and run over there to AEW. Because in a weird way, AEW is where he belongs at a time like this. This is the perfect way to end your career however you want to, the same way that AEW did with Sting. That's one of those contributions to the sport that I don't think AEW gets enough credit for. AEW single-handedly saved Sting in the end of his career, because we already know Sting's relationship with the WWE had pretty much came to an end. And no disrespect to any other wrestling promotion, there was no second alternative to WWE. AEW isn't yet an official number 2 to WWE, but it's close enough. And I enjoy everything that Sting did up until his retirement. So I had to salute to Tony Khan and AEW for making that happen. I see similar things for AJ Styles. The only difference is I think AJ Styles retiring with AEW will be way bigger than Sting retiring. I think it's safe to say that a lot of things that Sting did towards the end of that retirement were just a little bit questionable. I'm going to say a little bit because they had him in a tag team with Darby Allin. And I just didn't fully agree with that, but it wasn't the worst idea either. And then we had to keep in mind, as much as we love Sting, he just wasn't able to give you a one-on-one match at that time. So I think that was the whole point of even keeping him in a tag team match. But on the flip side of that, this is the beauty of having AJ Styles retire in AEW. AJ Styles can definitely give you a one-on-one match. And 9 times out of 10, it'll be the best match that was on the card. Say what you want about AEW. They actually have some great wrestlers in that company. And when the time is right, they actually have great matches. The pay-per-views haven't been that bad. One of my favorite wrestlers in AEW is Will Ospreay. Unfortunately, I think he's dealing with an injury, so he hasn't been an active competitor as of late. But that's a dream match all in itself. If Will Ospreay was able to be healthy sometime before his retirement from AJ Styles, I don't think there's any question that that could be match of the decade material. Will Ospreay is really one of those guys as far as I'm concerned. And I think in the future, him making a leap to WWE will help his career. The same way I think AEW can help the end of AJ Styles' career. But that's a whole different story for a different day. I'm just using Will Ospreay as an example of the type of classic dream matches that AJ Styles could have on his way out of this business. For a guy like AJ Styles, I think that's the only thing that should matter at this point. I get that the WWE is the major league. And I even read a report that AJ Styles wants to work behind the scenes once he retires. So I understand all of that. But I think the WWE would be selfish by not letting AJ Styles go over to AEW. I mean, let's just keep it real. The WWE isn't even hardly booking AJ Styles. So they could do this man a favor and just grant him immunity and let him go to this promotion to retire from in-ring competition. And then the WWE should roll out the red carpet and welcome AJ Styles back in a backstage role. There's no need to overcomplicate things that's not complicated. The WWE act like he's not even on the roster. So it's not like you're gonna be missing anything anyway. Just let this man go out in a respectable way and have some real dream matches. Sometimes it's just about principle and it's just about love of the game. If Triple H is really a student of the game and he loves professional wrestling, why hold AJ Styles up? Why not even encourage AJ Styles to go over to AEW for that year if you really love wrestling? Because I'm going to say it one more time. Let's not sit here and act like AJ Styles has been booked to capacity. We've barely seen this man. Every single wrestler that's on that AEW roster will not only have a classic match with AJ Styles, but they will be better for it. Look at most of the wrestlers that were in TNA during the AJ Styles era. Everybody that AJ Styles has wrestled in that company has went on to be a solid wrestler in the world of professional wrestling, whether it's been WWE or any other promotion. No matter who it is. We can look at guys like Eric Young. We can look at guys like Xavier Woods, formerly known as Austin Creed when he was in TNA. Samoa Joe. Even more recently, we've seen the Motor City Machine Guns join the WWE. These are all alumni from the original TNA. And I think every single one of those guys could vouch for everything that I'm saying right now. Now, earlier, I mentioned that AJ Styles has pretty much been with every single wrestling promotion, which is another reason why I think AJ Styles should go to AEW. This will cap off his career even in that regard. This will be like the infinity gauntlet of professional wrestling. It'll be the last piece to the puzzle to solidify AJ Styles as not only have competed in, but dominated every single wrestling promotion.